MZ here, and welcome back to the Innocent Luna's Eclipse Center. Now, last episode was really kind of weird on account of we hung out with our friend, we found a weird abandoned cottage, we found a cat sitting on top of this rundown, beaten down, abandoned cottage, and the cat was chewing on a severed arm. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that, but it was really weird. And then, um, and for some reason, our protagonist decided, you know what? We have to, we have to investigate this, and we have to find out what's going on. Do I agree with him? Not really, no. But I am kind of curious if this goes back to the original part of the game where the creepy guy got into or wandered into the forest and dropped off a body. Kind of curious, but at the same time, I also have a bad feeling about this. But anyways, let's jump in here and let's see what we see, shall we? Walking in the familiar forest, I've never felt so nervous. After all, I may come across danger. But since I have made up my mind to find out the truth, I should persevere. I continue tramping on the road in the forest. I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm really sleep deprived. Well, yeah, you would think so, considering you just saw a cat chewing on a severed arm. I mean, that would probably give most people nightmares. Just saying. I think to myself that I need to wrap up my investigation as soon as possible. I can't have Nanami worried. That's right, because we were out with Nanami, hanging around, and that was when we came across the arm, and we were kind of like slumped down or whatever, run down, and she was really worried about us. So we have to do what we can to make sure she doesn't worry. I arrive at the same place from before. Something probably happened on the road that it is blocked by the withered tree. I need to go there and take a look, so I start moving the branches of the withered tree. I glance at the roof at the street cat was on while I'm clearing the road, but I find no sign of the cat. I guess he finished his grisly meal and ran away. It is gone. There's some blood on the roof that must be from the flesh the cat gnawed last night. What? Why did we come back to this one? Do we step back in time again? Yeah, well. When I'm ready to go forward, after clearing the road, I find a trail of blood on the road. The scene really proves my speculation yesterday to be correct. Something big must have happened here. The blood trail must have come from the flesh that the cat held in its mouth. The trail goes along the road. Without any hesitation, I walk ahead, following the blood trail. Or it could be the weird trail that the man with the backpack left behind when he dropped off the body way earlier. Maybe. I don't know. I soon came to the end of the blood trail. Ooh. Oh! Oh my. Oh. Wow. Ooh. Okay. Well, at least I didn't have to censor that. It takes me a while to calm down. I'm haunted by the terrible scene of the dead girl. Great fear sweeps over me whenever I recall the scene. Well, yeah, most people aren't, you know, how to put this into words. Most people aren't used to coming across dead bodies. Especially a scene like that, you might want to, get on the phone and call the police and be like, hey, dudes, I found a dead body. You might want to come investigate. The sun goes down. I look up at the sky with my back towards the terrible scene and try to compose myself. I resolve to figure it out, so I turn around and look back upon the dead girl. Ugh. I shudder with fear when I see the dead girl again. I muster up my courage and start looking at the crime scene carefully. Why would you do... Why? Why would you do that? Okay, the only thing that's going to do is possibly implicate you as the murderer, even though you didn't do anything. You leave, you call the cops, you call the paramedics, you call somebody, a detective, I don't know. But you call somebody and get them out here and say, hey, I found a dead body. You might want to cordon off the area and start canvassing and looking for whoever did it. You don't just frickin' stare at it, dude. Ugh. Judging from the lividity, she's been dead for a while. Her body was brutally dismembered. Humans have a lot of blood flowing around the body. Judging from the wounds on the girl, there should be a lot of blood on the scene. But there isn't that much blood on the crime scene. I'm gonna disagree, dude. That looks like a whole lot of blood. Based on this information, the murder took place before the heavy rain stopped. Her clothes are torn to rags, so I clearly see her body. Many of her body parts have been cut. One of her hands is obviously gone, and her upper body is dismembered greatly. Ugh, gross. There's flesh scattered around, including her organs. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's one thing to see a video game like Slaughterhouse or Mortal Kombat or something like that, but it's something else to play a visual novel and hear this sort of stuff, because it all's left up in your imagination. Apart from a cut made by a sharp instrument and animals' bites on her upper body, her whole body is full of irregular wounds. Who the hell did it? I'm totally shocked by the scene, but gradually I become used to it. I don't know, man. I don't know if anyone can really become used to something like that. The fear and panic gradually subside, and I feel a little embarrassed about my head going blank a while ago. It's just a crime scene. There's no need to be scared. Fortunately, nobody caught me in the panic. Yeah, but you still might want to, call the cops. Paramedics. Something. Somebody to, protect the scene and find out who the heck did it. It is getting dark. I keep thinking about what to do next on my way home. My head is in chaos after seeing the terrible scene, which is the last thing I want. Since the worst thing has happened, I need to focus on my next move. Call the police. The dead girl was very young and was murdered in such a brutal way. The motivation and purpose of the murderer are unclear. The victim is just a teenage girl, which makes me think some psychopaths rape and murder girls in town to satisfy their sexual pleasures. Really? That's your first thought, dude? Really? Why do people jump to conclusions like that or make assumptions? It's not healthy. But even if that's the case, there's no need to brutally kill people, so this deduction probably can't hold water. A vengeful murder? A passion for crime? Or... my brain is chaotic. Forget it now. Should I tell people in town about the murder? Such a terrible scene will probably attract widespread panic. But if I keep quiet about the murderer, the killer may embark on a killing spree. So who should I tell? I'm afraid there's no specific department for dealing with crimes in the safe and tranquil town. So, you don't have police? You don't have what are they called? You don't have a constable? Somebody who just generally keeps order in your town? Everyone just, falls in line and does what they're supposed to do? Seriously? There's no kids running around trying to lift, popsicles or something from the corner store? Really? Oh, jeez. As far as I know, no such department exists in the town. Wow. Okay, so you're doomed from the start. You have no police, no hospitals, no a doctor. Okay. Every town has a doctor in it, right? Just about. Well, you would imagine a self-contained town would have a doctor in it. Because during the time before the murder happened, no such department was ever needed. So, never mind. What's more, the family that governs the town won't allow such a department to be set up. Oh, so you're like a, what do they call those? An autocracy? like one group or one family runs everything. That's horrendously inefficient. Wait, the governing family in the town. I could just tell them about the murder. But which family's in charge of the town? Where exactly do they live? So you know family runs the town, but you don't know who they are or where they. Oh my god. I suddenly realize I am so ill-informed about the town. I only know that one of those two prestigious families is governing our town. But later, I realize I know nothing about the governing family and don't even remember its name. In my defense, I thought it was unnecessary to know the governing family before the murder emerged. Wow, sorry. What should I do next? I better go home and ask my mom about the family first. Well, yeah, you gotta kind of gain some knowledge. Try and figure out what's going on. Wow, that is an old TV. Dude, flat screen, brah. Flat screen, man. No. Whoa. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. That's funny. I can look at the frickin' all the dialogue. That's awesome. Sorry. Anyways, I'm back. Yuito, Nanami came to look for you earlier. Uh-oh. Nanami. Did she come here for me? She told me she wouldn't come and asked me to take a good rest yesterday. What happened? Nanami. When did she come? Probably 1 hour ago. So weird. What's wrong? I have no idea. Did she say anything? No, she saw you weren't around and then left. Okay. I'd better go look for her. Yeah, dude, 'cause she came looking for you, man. You gotta... Oh, no. Oh, man. This could be bad. Hurry up. Don't let her down. By the way, do you know the family that governs our town? Why do you ask? Nothing. I just felt like asking. I can't talk about the murder right now. I will only make them more scared. So I might as well give my family and friends a heads up. Sorry, Yuhito. I don't know either. Okay. It's fine. I'm going to look for Nanami. How would she not know? Uh, Very weird. Very, very weird. By the way, Mom, you and Dad really need to look out for yourselves lately. Since when did you care about us? Oh, wow. Really? That's messed up. Come on, don't be like that. Don't worry, we practice kung fu. Even if we find ourselves in danger, we won't take a beating. Oh my god. So we got a kung fu mom. Oh man. Most people think it's bad when Mama gets upset. Well, Mama with kung fu gets really bad. Wow. While talking, my mom swings her fists. Her behavior makes me feel like she's a child. that's oh, that's funny. Wow. um, I'm glad you think this way. This town is not as safe as we think it is. We know. You need to be careful too. After all, you young people seldom know the outside world. Okay, I'm leaving. That's kind of weird. That's a little odd, huh? Come back home early. Well, considering the fact that it's freaking dark out, it's kind of too late for us to come back home early, Mom. Not to be a jerk here. Nanami wasn't around when I went to her house, so I turned back to go home. It was totally dark on my way back. Her door was locked and nobody seemed to be home. I kept knocking and ringing the bell outside, but there was no answer. I went to places where she usually hung around, but found nothing. Nanami Shio, where are you? At this moment, you know what, we are gonna worry, because she was there, and then she's not where she should be, so we're gonna worry. I am really worried about Nanami. The terrible nightmare emerges in my head, and I shake my head so hard trying to eliminate the scary memory. Nanami will be fine. The terrible images I saw this afternoon occupy my mind. The thought of the tragic scene of the dead girl has me quivering with fear. I'm still unable to prove the killer is from our town. No matter who he is, I have no doubt that the town is extremely dangerous at night. No one knows for sure whether the killer continues to kill in the town or not after night falls. On the contrary, the dim light and surroundings of the town create a favorable condition for the killer. So you're worried? Wait a second. You didn't know and weren't worried about it before, but now you are. I would think if people came up missing, you would notice something, right? I mean, just saying. Nanami, you will be fine. I must find you tonight. Aw. Well, yeah, she's your friend. You need to know that she's okay. Seriously, man. It suddenly occurs to me that Nanami may come to my home to look for me again. If so, I'd better go home now. What if Nanami weren't to go to my home? Where should I go and look for her? I'm scratching my head for a solution. First things first, I head for all the possible places where Nanami may go. Go home. What? Why did he just say go home? Oh, jeez. Hi. Not who I was expecting. I trot back home in the dark night and pay no attention to the road ahead. I bump into a strange girl before I can react. Ouch. She sits on the ground with tears in her eyes. It seems that she took a hard fall. Well, yeah, you just blasted into her, dude. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry I bumped into you. She quickly gets up, and the pained expression immediately disappears. She takes on a lovely look and stares at me gently. But you don't have time to admire her good looks, alright? You gotta go find your friend Nanami, dude. Oh, she's kinda cute. Although I don't understand the little maid outfit, but hey, whatever. She's a really tough girl. Most girls might have burst into tears when bumped onto the ground. I'm the one who should apologize. I didn't pay attention to the road and bumped into you. No. It's my fault. I was in a trance and didn't notice you passing by. I was standing in the middle of the road, so my bad. Sorry. Aw. Later, I realized she didn't notice me at all. She'd been staying there all along. Don't apologize. I feel so guilty already. Really? Yeah, it's partly my fault, too. No, it's all your fault, dude. You weren't paying attention. You ran into the girl. Come on. Come on. Own up to it. You did something wrong. Be nice. Walk her home. I don't know. Ask her if she's seen... No, ask her if she's seen Nanami, because you need to find your friend. Okay. I start to size her up. I've never met her before, but she's really pretty with red pupils like rubies. Maid girl, white hair, red eyes. Vampire. Watch out. She's gonna try and suck your blood. She must have foreign origins. No one in this town has such red pupils. It's so late. Why don't you go home? I voice my concern when I feel she has no intention of leaving right away. Normally girls don't stay out late at night. She's such an exception. Actually, I am going. I have to bring some food home, so I'm running late. Oh! I notice a small bag in her hand. It must be the food, although I have no idea what's inside. What does it matter, dude? Let her go home. She's late, and you need to find your friend. Go home then. It's not safe hanging out at night. You'd better go home early. It's nighttime. It's frickin' late. You can't get home early if you're already late. Judging from what I saw in the forest, it's very dangerous for her to stay here if the killer targets girls. I understand. Thank you. You're welcome. It's already very late. Thank you. Bye. Wow. Hey, Nanami. I'm so glad we found you. I finally find her at the park near my home. Luckily, I excuse me. Luckily, I didn't go home directly, but came here. Wow, epic read fail. I remember when Nanami couldn't find me, she would wait for me in the park. She must have something important to tell me, otherwise she would have gone directly to my home. It's 10 o'clock now, but she's still waiting for me. Is she worried about me, or did something else happen? Well, look at her face, dude. Obviously, she's freaking worried or traumatized or something. Not a pleasant situation right now for her, I'm willing to bet. I'm pretty willing to bet anyways. I feel a little guilty now. Hey, Nanami. I see her trembling when I call her. Then she slowly turns around and stares at me. Uh-oh. I sense something is wrong right after I see the look on her face. It's full of fear and pain. I dreamed about the scene before. Seeing this, I become stiffer. Has my nightmare really become a reality? No, it's impossible. What happened? Nanami, what exactly is wrong with her? Well, not good things. Nanami, are you alright? Yuito. She's crying while whispering my name. Without any hesitation, I immediately rush to her. Oh, look at her, she's so sad. Nanami, are you okay? Nanami, don't be afraid. I wouldn't be worried about her being afraid so much as, injured. What should I do? Well, frankly, aside from the fact that she's a girl, she's our good friend. So, normally you put an arm around him and say, hey, are you okay? You need to talk. You usually guide him over to some place to sit down. And you're like, hey, come with me, we're gonna sit down right here, we're gonna talk, it's gonna be okay, and you hash things out and find out what's going on. So, hold her hand? Sorry. I firmly hold Nanami. Yuito. Nanami keeps trembling when I hold her. She probably didn't see it coming and looks a little awkward. She tries to drag herself away from my arms, but I don't let her go, so she surrenders and lies in my arms. After a while, she finally stops trembling. Alright. Well, maybe alright. I don't know. Nanami, what happened? Tell me. Uh-oh. Although she calms down, her tears keep spilling from her eyes. She bites her lip and utters a few words in a feeble voice. I saw someone get killed. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did she... What? Where? Who got killed? On the street where your home sits. The girl next to your home was killed. Wait, the girl next... What? The one we just ran into? It's impossible. I need to check it out. Nanami, you wait for me here. Dude, what? No. No. Bad idea. Don't do things like that. But of course, he's probably not going to listen. Yuito, don't go, please. I'm so scared, don't leave me here. Aw, she's all worried. You can't leave her behind, dude. You really can't. You can't do it. You should, well, you can, but you really should not do it. At all. Nanami, don't worry. I'll be right back. Yuito, you really want to go? Yes, I have to. Dude, don't try to play the hero, man. Just keep an eye on her. Let her come with you, and at the first sign of anything, you just scoop and run. Okay, take me with you. Yes, stay together. There are safety in numbers. She can watch your back. And then you can scoop her up and run away if something bad happens. Nanami, no. That scene is too scary for you. What? Aw.
You're with me, so I'm going to be fine.
Aw.
Please don't leave me alone.
I grew up together with Nanami, but I've never seen her this vulnerable before. The sight of her helplessness tears at my heart. I can't leave her here tonight. Fine, Nanami, let's go. Yeah! Bringing her with us, which... okay. Just to analyze here. Bad things always happen in horror movies, anime, manga, whatever. Bad things always happen when you go alone. Scary stories, what happens? It's the killer or whatever, the monster, never attacks a full group of people. They pick them off one at a time. So, separating and going off and doing your own thing is just stupid. So he needs to keep her with him. But guys, we're going to figure out what happened and what's going on next time. Hope you enjoyed the episode so far. Sorry for my randomness and rambling. Still hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I hope you have a good day, and goodbye. Alright. Hey, at least we found the waifu. That's pretty sweet, right? I think so.